One of the best passages in the Bible on prayer is one that you'll read this week. It's by the Apostle Paul in Philippians 4. Let's read it together. Rejoice in the Lord always. I will say it again, rejoice. Let your gentleness be evident to all. The Lord is near. And I just love that phrase, the Lord is near. So when I start to pray, I always start with the idea that God is near. He's not a faraway God that we have to work to get his attention. He's close. He is right here with me in my pain, in my disappointment, in my fear, and also in my moments of joy too. Paul says, rejoice in the Lord always. The more I make myself aware of his presence in my life, the more my prayers become more like a conversation and less like a recitation. Verse 6 says, do not be anxious about anything, but in every situation, by prayer and petition with thanksgiving, present your requests to God. Paul says, every situation. I don't know if you're like me, but typically I only talk to God about the bad situations in my life, the things I want him to fix. But what a beautiful idea that prayer is about talking to God about every situation. That's why Paul tells us prayer and petition with thanksgiving. Prayer is the general term. This means you come to God and you acknowledge his presence in your life. It's when you begin to get your mind centered around how God is in control of your situation. Petition is when you get specific. And there is nothing too insignificant for you to bring to God. Paul said every situation. So if it's important to you, it's important to God. But then there's the thanksgiving part. And this is when you take a minute to just express your gratitude. Maybe you reflect on other times that God has answered prayers in your life or provided for you. And then I love what happens next. The peace of God, which transcends all understanding. It's unexplainable. It will guard your hearts and minds in Christ Jesus. When you pray, you experience peace. I don't know how to explain it, but that's what happens. It's not a peace that God is like Santa Claus and you just send off your letter and you're going to get everything you want. It's a peace that knows that the God you serve is in control. And that as much as you don't understand about prayer and faith, you can trust that God is working all things for good in your life. This is what guards your heart from all the other scary things that you could be worrying about. And then look what Paul goes on to say. Finally, brothers, whatever is true, whatever is noble, whatever is right, whatever is pure, whatever is lovely, whatever is admirable, if anything is excellent or praiseworthy, think about such things. Whatever you have learned or received or heard from me or seen in me, put it into practice. And the God of peace will be with you.